Time to check out some of the best games from the developer who spawned a ton of beloved franchises. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Capcom games.
I don't make my living waiting for the TV to tell me what to cover.
For this list, we're sticking to one game per franchise, which, considering Capcom likes to re-release their titles over and over and over again, is sort of necessary. Also, the games have to be both developed and published by a Capcom studio.
Mission start. Let's get started. Fight!
Number 10, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Starting us off is a game that will literally kick your ass. Playing as a knight named Arthur, who apparently wears armor made out of tissue paper. The overall series is known for its grueling difficulty. The SNES version takes the top spot for its unpredictable nature, with shifting environments and a relentless barrage of enemies popping out of every nook and cranny, giving you very little time to relax. Good luck, you're gonna need it. Number 9, DuckTales. One of the many games Capcom licensed from Disney, along with the likes of Darkwing Duck and Chip and Dale, it's lovingly faithful to the source material. DuckTales was not only fun, yet tough, but also revolutionized the platforming genre, bringing non-linear level design, plenty of secrets to discover, and the fantastic pogo stick mechanic. If you haven't played this game, you can try the recent remake that was co-developed with Way Forward.
What's all this hullabaloo? Your lunch break isn't for 2 hours yet.
Number 8, Okami. While technically developed by an exterior Capcom studio known as Clover Studio, Okami is the artistic masterpiece that focuses around the mythical Japanese sun goddess Amaterasu in the form of a white wolf, who has the ability to use a magical paintbrush that can solve puzzles, cast spells, and heal the world. Also, director Hideki Kamiya is a self-confessed Legend of Zelda fan, and it's apparent that his game draws heavy influence from that series. Number 7, Breath of Fire 3. A beloved yet underrated JRPG series, Breath of Fire 3 was the first in the series to be developed without the help of Square, which disqualifies the first 2 games. But that's okay, because the third game is a great entry in the series. It opens up with you in the form of a green baby dragon, no not that one, who turns out to be a guy named Ryu, no not that one. Oh, and you have blue hair. Gotta have blue hair. Number 6, Devil May Cry 3, Dante's Awakening. Another game that will figuratively kick your ass makes it onto the list. The DMC series overall is best known for its over-the-top combat and memorable personality of the main character Dante. Unless, of course, we're talking about DMC 2 or the recent reboot.
This party's getting crazy. Let's rock.
The third game, however, brought back these traits and was also brutally difficult. So much so that Capcom re-released the game a year later as Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition with a toned-down difficulty level. It was that hard.
What the hell was that for? Here I am trying to help you, and you show your thanks by shooting me?
Objection!
Why, it's you.
Number 5, Phoenix Wright, Dual Destinies. Originally, this slot was locked for the first game, Ace Attorney, but the most recent entry is a huge leap forward for the franchise.
Hold it! I refuse to believe that she's the killer!
This game brought forth all the recent investigation elements of the previous titles and added a few nifty tricks too. Not to mention, the courtroom drama was engaging as ever, with plot twists abound, a central theme about lawyer ethics against protecting the innocent, and of course, the soundtrack kicked ass.
Your Honor, the defense was born ready.
The prosecution is also ready.
Number 4, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Capcom likes to get their fighting franchises facing off against other franchises, from the likes of SNK, Tekken, and Tatsunoko. But without question, their best team-up has been against the characters of Marvel Comics.
I just beat Mac freaking Nito! Where your curly mustache at?
A roster of 36 characters, ranging from Ryu to Wolverine to the Avengers, and even Amaterasu pulling off massive energy blasts that fill the screen.
By Odin's spear, mighty tornado!
Oh, and the final boss is Galactus. He's the guy that eats planets.
No amount of training can prepare you for Galactus.
Show me your strength.
Number 3, Resident Evil 4. We're big fans of this series at WatchMojo, and our runner-up choice is the second game in the series, while the third place is taken up by Revelations. However, number 4 is undoubtedly the best that has been offered.
Used to be a cop myself. Only for a day, though.
I thought I was bad.
The frightening atmosphere, mixed with tense combat, has you attempt to rescue the president's daughter, or get your head sliced off while trying. It's one of the best third-person shooters ever, which was a double-edged sword that saw the franchise veer off an action-oriented cliff in future installments.
Little rough, don't you think?
Number 2, Mega Man 2. There was a time in the 90s to the mid-2000s when Capcom used to milk the crap out of the Mega Man franchise, with enough titles and spin-offs to fill a bookcase. But fortunately, before the Blue Bomber became an overblown fad, he came out with one of the best action platformers ever made, and one that's aged surprisingly well. Before we get to the number 1, and probably obvious pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1, Street Fighter II Hyper Fighting. Was there ever any doubt that Street Fighter would take the top spot? The incredibly popular fighting game franchise is still well balanced by today's standards, and it was developed over 20 years ago. Known as Street Fighter II Turbo on the SNES and Special Championship Edition on the Genesis, we're sticking with this game because there's only so many times you can re-release the same game before we get annoyed. Well, Street Fighter 4 was good, but, you know. Agree with our list?
Nope. Thanks for showing me, though.
Which Capcom game is your all-time favorite? For more turbocharged top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
You win!